if borrowers are in default or behind on their payment. 5 million people will be going into an active collections as of May.
For you, and then we got more news. So stay tuned. Tell your friends, your family that the Sisandra Show is on. I have For the Culture with me today and every day. Yes, are you ready, fellas?
Get it. Let's do it.
Ooh, we are ready for you. Let's do it. This is the blues news, oh yeah. Hey y'all.
Hey sis.
Yes, we're still here. Y'all, China got a hospital run by AI. Not human docs, just bots in the sky. They diagnose fast, they treat so fine. But would you trust them to save your life or mine? Y'all, kids are facing court alone. That's a real shame. No lawyer to guide them. It's all just a game. They're at risk for deportation, abuse, and more. Will we let this continue? Or will we just ignore? The president is back to snatch your check. The money you earn from grit and grime, from tax refund to Social Security, they'll charge until your last dime. The government's coming for what you owe, garnishing your funds. Y'all, it's a real low blow. Carly Red broke in, took what she could find, $18K a month. Now, that's the money she signed. Now, Morant's case got tossed out. Now he's free from that mess. It was ruled self-defense in his favor. Now he's out to impress. Yo, Luke, go ahead and help him out. Morant's free, case thrown out the door. Self-defense ruled, he's coming back for more. Carly Red's breaking in, snatching her cash. $18K a month, she's making a splash. Lil Durk's locked up, but his faith is strong. Preaching to inmates, righting the wrong. Y'all, President Trump's school crackdown, race-based, no more. Fairness, they say, but what is it all? This is the blues news. Anything can happen in a day. Oh, well, we gonna do it again, same time, same place, and we'll do it this Sisandra Show way. Y'all, this has been the blues news. Oh yeah. For the culture, come on.
All right, now, yo, I need for everybody around to get up out your seat, because it's time to start the Sisandra Show! Oh, yeah.
To the Sisandra Show. Y'all go ahead and get all comfy.
Oh, yeah.
Grab your bubbly
Grab
beverage and let's get this show started. Let's get it started. Woo. All right. So y'all, this ain't your average news scroll. This is We the People, where we pull back the curtain and give it to you straight, loud, and unfiltered. From robot doctors in China replacing real ones, to immigrant kids being forced to face court alone like they're on some Law and Order episode. Yeah, it's that real. So grab your tea and your common sense because we the people. I want y'all to know we the people are wide awake and we've got questions.
Oh, yeah.
So let's get into it. Woo. So, y'all, China just opened the world's first AI-powered hospital.
I love China.
You heard it right. You love China?
I love China.
Somebody else does too. Listen, a lot of us love China. Y'all, this hospital has no human doctors, just 14 AI physicians, and 4 virtual nurses. It's called Agent Hospital, built by a university in Beijing. So these bots are diagnosing and treating up to 3,000 patients a day with over 93% accuracy on medical exams. It's crazy. So they're fast, efficient, and never do they need sleep. But would you trust a machine with your life is the question. So now I heard a few months ago, I can't remember if it was Bill Gates, perhaps it was, but he said we wouldn't need doctors or lawyers or anything like that in the near future. So China is just showing us, let me show you how near this is. So they've obviously implemented this hospital already, and this 93% accuracy is pretty impressive, don't you think?
How many test subjects?
Ooh,
That's a good question.
3,000.
Oh my gosh, I might have to try it. I might have to try it.
I mean, the accuracy is real.
That's why, yeah.
Because when we go on ChatGPT, and I'm sure everybody's checking on ChatGPT, or a lot of people are at this point, I mean, what answers doesn't ChatGPT have? It tells you everything. I've even asked it legal questions before I asked my attorney. And when I tell you, 99% accurate. I might get a little bit more conversation out of my attorney, but the facts are the facts.
You better save that $5,000.
And you save on that retainer. Ain't you? Every time you call him, So listen, these doctors are real, and I don't know. I'm not going to say I would never do it, but I mean, I'll just let them keep working on them people that keep
Yes, that part. That part.
Yes, and y'all just tell us about it.
Meantime.
Ain't nobody coming back no more if they fix them. Huh? Send you on your way home.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the whole thing. If everybody's healed, if everybody is fixed, then how do you keep getting money out of the people? And we, the people, want to know more about this because we tired of paying these crazy doctor bills, right?
It's a different country.
So get the accuracy, they don't get tired. You can't beat it. Let's move on to this next story.
That's right.
All right. So y'all, endangering children's lives is unconscionable, right? The government is forcing kids to face court alone. I couldn't believe it until I saw it myself. Okay, so they're making these kids face court alone against trained attorneys, setting them up for deportation, abuse, trafficking, and even death. Y'all check this out.
Are you a little nervous this morning? See? Do you understand what these proceedings here in court are all about? You know what a lawyer is? No?
Come on.
I don't know about you, but this is my first time in history ever seeing anything like this before. I've never seen a child in court in regards to deportation at this age with a headset, probably because they don't speak English too. So it's scary. Where are we?
This is
What world are we living in right now?
sad times right now. This is unconstitutional for sure. Because I don't think it's legal, and nobody can say it's legal to just get a kid with no representation and then just sit them there and asking them questions. They don't even understand. You can see the kid shaking his head.
Exactly.
I don't understand what's going on.
And even if he did understand, do they really understand at that age? Even if you break it down in the language for a 2 or 3 year old, they should not be representing themselves. Even someone who has committed a crime has the right to an attorney, right? That is part of our constitutional law.
Yeah, I don't know where this.
So
even
I don't know
came
where
from.
that is coming
Yes,
from,
this
but
is
let me tell
crazy.
you something. If Joyanne Reed's name is on it, she did not put it on her page just to be putting it there. It is a real thing happening, and we all need to be concerned. Woo, I hope it ain't real, but it
hope so,
looks
too.
like it is. Let's move on to this next story and pray for all these children and the families that are going through it, because I'm sure they probably have parents somewhere that's been separated from this child, and it's just so unfortunate. I don't know if people put themselves in the shoes of people and what's going on, because if you did, you'd think there was some kind of compassion, some kind of empathy for what's happening. I don't feel it, I don't hear it, and I'm scared. Next story. So the sitting president's administration just announced that it's bringing back the Treasury offset program.
Offset?
Also known as not that offset.
Oh, sorry.
But the Treasury offset program. It's also known as the government's way of snatching your money if you owe student loans. That means that your tax refund, Social Security, or even your pension could get garnished to repay what you owe. So the Department of Education says this is how they'll collect unpaid student debt moving forward. So if you're behind on your loans, Uncle Sam might be pulling up to your direct deposit. Indeed, it is happening even as we speak. Y'all heard about that?
Well, team, anybody?
So this
takers?
And it's again, sis, this is some sad times in the United States of America. People should decide. These programs have been there for a reason. Not everybody can just afford to pay $200, $300, $400 a month on student loan.
And
then
some
if
are
you
more
can't
than
afford
that.
it,
Some are like 1,000.
1,000
They're
and
more
more.
than that. Some
And
have been forgiven.
they
But
go.
This is what I find so ironic. I'm with you, Luke.
Yeah.
I find this so ironic that the Biden administration was actually trying to do loan forgiveness for a lot of students, right? And this administration is coming in saying, oh no, y'all owe us this money and we're going to garnish your checks. So this is what I heard. If you are continuing in school, if you have not completed your school and you don't want them to snatch your money, you need to go register for school right now. Make sure you take a minimum of 6 credit hours so they won't garnish your check or take your tax refunds. This is no joke. This is a real thing, y'all. Get in school. Keep learning. The more you learn, the more you save. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. Don't y'all go nowhere. For the culture. Woo! They taking your money. to the show. We are doing the most every day, and we're coming back into this segment of We the People. And listen, I just want to talk to you a little bit about what we just saw with the young kid that was sitting at the table in the courtroom with the headphones on. And I was like, I totally don't understand why they would do something like that. So this was a documentary from a few years ago. It is not something that was released today, yesterday, or whatever. This is something that's going on or that's been going on, and it needs to stop. All right, so let's move on to this next story, y'all. Now, I don't know about y'all, but don't you think that pretending to be a nun is crazy work?
It's all right.
Yep.
You think it's all right?
Let's get to this.
Listen,
Let's get
y'all
to
need
this.
to check this story out. Pretending to be a nun.
A man lived as a nun for 22 years without anyone knowing. Frank Tavers, born a boy in the Dominican Republic, lost his parents at age 4. He was raised by nuns who, due to his small size, assumed he was a girl. At 7, Frank discovered his true gender, but kept it a secret to avoid being cast out. He faked periods and never undressed in front of others. In his teens, he fell in love with a novice nun and got her pregnant. He had no choice but to transfer to another convent where he again gave into temptation. There, he met Sylvia, the love of his life, and she also became pregnant. His secret was exposed when a letter was discovered confirming his true gender. In 1979, after 22 years, Frank was forced to leave the convent and began living as a man. Having trained as a seamstress, he quickly found work as a tailor, a profession he still pursues at 73. He never met his children, but he considers Sylvia the love of his life, even after she moved to the U.S.
Hey, Sylvia, the novice nun, had to move to the U.S. because the nun they thought was a nun was actually a guy. And impregnated 2 nuns. What kind of craziness
Not
is this?
one, 2.
Let's go on.
Listen, and if y'all ever see me throw the pillow, it's because my production assistant in here keeps talking. Just while we on set. The producer said, shh.
Let's get this.
Listen,
Yes.
so let's talk about this. Guys, what do y'all think about this?
This is totally
This is
awesome.
epic.
Yeah.
This is epic. This is funny,
amazing.
hilarious.
Guys, that is like
Yes.
a cardinal sin. It has to be a cardinal sin.
I don't know the difference in a cardinal sin,
Oh,
a
regular
Blue Jay
sin?
sin, a pigeon sin. It don't matter. Lakers in 5.
Well,
it don't matter.
you know,
It don't matter.
Sis, I don't think you understand. How do you hide for 22 years?
But
as
that's
a
what
nun?
I'm saying. They say he faked periods, he faked
Oh, my
everything. And it's unbelievable that he faked all of these things and impregnated 2 nuns
This
who
is-
were there to give their lives to Christ.
Gave something
The
else too.
temptation was
Get-
too
Come
much.
on.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God, like Shannon Sharpe, he gave them babies. Stop it. And Lakers in 5.
They said
Anyway,
because of his small stature, he was able to hide. They thought he
That's
was
not
a
what they
woman.
they
said.
thought he was a
He
girl.
never. Somebody found out.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Shantae, can I have my pillow back, please? Since you know, please and thank you. Can you just come here for a second? Y'all, if y'all want to wonder who I'm yelling at all the time, this is our wonderful stage floor manager, Shantae. Thank you, Shantae. Y'all tell Shantae to be quiet because I can't hear. I need to talk to my people. We appreciate
Bro,
you,
we
Shantae.
would never
Okay, so
mistake
let's
you
talk about
for a
John
nun.
Morant. Exactly. So, y'all, John Morant just dodged a major legal bullet. A Tennessee judge threw out the civil assault case against him after deciding it was straight up self-defense. So this all started over a heated 2022 pickup game where a teen claimed that Ja punched him. Is it Jay or Ja?
Ja, that's Ja.
Thank you very
oh, yeah.
much.
Oh, yeah.
But Ja said the ball was thrown at his face and the kid squared up. So the judge said Ja was well within his rights to protect himself. And the moral of the story is don't test people on or off the court.
Come on.
Lakers in 5.
I like it.
I'm learning.
love
Don't
it.
y'all mess with me. All right, let's move on to the next story. So y'all, Love and Hip Hop star Carly Red is facing a burglary charge after allegedly breaking into her ex-husband's place and taking his stuff. Their marriage didn't even last 6 months before the drama popped off. Now the court says don't talk unless it's through lawyers. And oh yeah, she's still getting $18,000 a month in support. Sis said if she's leaving with something. What y'all gotta say, fellas?
I'll be leaving with some jail time now.
Yeah, because she robbed him, right?
Yes, bro.
That's not good.
If you're not welcome back to the house, do not go back.
No, I agree with you.
Come on, you out. Stay
No,
out.
I agree with
Come
you.
on, that's all.
But people are acting really weird. This is a different story. I don't know if y'all heard this one, but a lady actually dressed up like an ICE agent.
I've heard that one.
Wait, keep going. I didn't hear this.
She dressed up like an ICE agent and kidnapped her ex-husband's wife because she wanted him out of his life. I don't know what's going on with my sisters out there, but y'all, we need to chill.
That's what it is.
She have to have a pay back.
What's going on with
I
y'all?
don't know.
Even this, like,
this is too much, and then that story is too much, and all I can say is that, listen, the 92%, we're supposed to be chilling, not getting into crazier stuff. While we are allowing this administration to do what they're doing, we're supposed to be doing where them fans at.
Come on,
and
let's have
doing
some
cool
fun.
stuff,
Yeah.
not robbing people and kidnapping people. Like, what is going on?
sis, it's a lot of people allergic to work.
So they...
That's all it is,
Is
man.
that what it is?
Like,
So they just
get
want
out.
money any kind of way.
Get out here, man. Shannon's little girl, all this
Oh,
stuff,
my
man.
God.
Just get out here.
Well,
work,
you know what?
man.
I'm going to say this about Shannon.
Yes.
Shannon put himself in that position.
Man.
She might want some money, but he gave her all the tools to take that money from him.
All the tools, sis?
All the tools.
All the shit.
All the tools. Let's move on to the
25K
next
cheap.
story, y'all. So a Florida woman pulled off the wildest stunt. Here we go. We moving into it, y'all. She pretended to be an ICE agent just to kidnap her ex's wife. So she rolled up with fake gear, fake badges, and snatched the woman from work. Our producer is so good. Thank you for getting this in here. Now, she got exposed when she pulled into an apartment instead of a police station. Now she's facing charges for impersonating an officer, kidnapping, and more. This wasn't love. It was straight up lunacy.
That's right.
Sound like some Florida stuff.
Kidnapping somebody. Why it's always got to be a Florida man, Florida woman,
No.
Florida? We're not that
You was
crazy
clearly
in
thinking
Florida.
that-
We're
It's
not.
just some people might have let the sun get to them a little too much. Just stay out the sun.
She pulled up in an apartment instead of police. She was driving something?
Look, yes.
How big is her ex that she can manhandle, put these cuffs on?
I
He
don't
don't
know.
recognize
No,
it.
the ex-wife
wife,
thought
the wife,
that it was an ICE agent taking her away.
But
So she must have known maybe she was from another country without the right documentation. I don't know.
just get in this car and get in the back. I'd have been like, wait a minute now.
But you know, when the crazy
Wait a minute
stories,
now.
you know the stories going on. People are pulling up in your driveway that are truly ICE. People are pulling up at people's schools, going in the school. So why not? If somebody's pulling up to your house, you think it's ICE. That's crazy. I'm not going with anybody until they...
That's what it is. Ain't going nobody.
I ain't going. Y'all better call somebody and let me know you
God.
for real. All right, let's move on because we're going to talk about the hottest story on our timelines these days. Shannon Sharpe. He decided to press pause on ESPN. Yes, he did. After being hit with a $50 million lawsuit over sexual assault claims, he's stepping away to handle his business. Not that he shouldn't have been handling his business, so he didn't have to step away, but now he's going to step away to handle his business. So he says the relationship was consensual, and he's calling the whole thing a setup. He plans to return for NFL season, but for now, he's going dark to protect his name and his legacy. And the question the people are asking, is it too late?
Too late for what?
For him to save his legacy.
Yes, it's done.
You think so?
It's done, man. Y'all know Auntie Monique done talked to him. This is second time. Like, this ain't the first time.
This ain't the first time. We heard the first time, right?
No, there was another Michelle.
Oh, my
So we got
God.
the Michelle that we heard. We can look this up. I'll show y'all after work. There's a previous case, a lawsuit.
That's crazy.
Yes, with
Well-
another Michelle. Ah.
Well, you know what, Shannon?
Yeah.
Whatever you need to do to handle your business, good luck. Good luck. That's all we can say. Somebody wrote on my Facebook page that a fool and his money will soon part. So hopefully you're not that fool, because $50 million is not a just drop in the bucket, dude. That is life-changing. So, all right, Alijah Arenas is fighting for his life. We want to send prayers up for him. And he's 18 years old, a basketball star. He's the son of Gilbert Arenas. He's in critical condition after wrecking his Tesla Cybertruck in LA. So reports say the car was torched and flipped. Wow. He was rushed to the hospital and placed in a coma. Ooh. Alijah's a 5-star recruit, just signed with USC and Adidas. Now the sports world is holding its breath, praying for a miracle. Yeah. We are praying with the world. Can you believe this?
Yeah, this is crazy. I've seen him in the street playing when the original came out, him training with actual NBA players.
Yes.
He got so much potential.
Yes.
He's a great player in the league.
Oh, yeah. He's
already. And he's just out of high school.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's so sad. But my question is, you know, they did a recall on this Tesla Cybertruck, right? So my question is, was the accident because of a malfunction with the Cybertruck or what? Whatever it is, we are praying for you. And thank you all so much for joining us. Until tomorrow at 7 p.m., God bless you, and we'll see you right back here for the culture.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey!
All right, now, just scan that QR code at the bottom of your screen, because we've got so much more exclusive content for y'all right here, only on the